suprapadam ninda sahāyattin nanne tankaru Malayalam samsarikamo nyan patikano English apatachikatanane ennekamanasarai ennekrayam. I am working on some tone issues, but I know what I'm saying and I enjoy it. Again, ninda sahāyattin nanne. That's Malayalam. And for those that don't speak Malayalam, good morning. I hope you're well. Thanks for your interest. Thanks for learning English. I would like to open this video by discussing what I like to refer to as the Malayalam challenge. We have a lot of Malayalam speakers introduced to our area. They all generally know English, but I am happy to develop Malayalam skills and connect with them using language. They have all been very encouraging to me and very happy to help. I have myself dedicated to the 1-minute talk and a song in Malayalam with no pressures of fluency. I am learning a song originally sung by Shreya Ghoshal. I'm not going to tell you which one right now. I don't know how the presentation is going to go with my current means, but Nyan Patikanu, I am learning it. In reference to the 1-minute talk, for those that may be less familiar, the people that come to live in Canada with different mother tongues than English need to go through a language test to get permanent residency in our country. Thank you all for moving to Canada and for learning the English language. The 1-minute talk is a reference to a process during the testing where people need to speak 1 full minute of confident English to pass the test. A lot of people will come in the country and continue to develop English skills, but they do need to have a standard of confidence in the language. So, without over talking it, because I know that is an issue for me, I have dedicated myself to the 1-minute talk and a song in Malayalam, and I can't wait to post that video. I just don't know how long it will take. But thanks again for your interest in the Malayalam language. I would like to share some stories from my connection with the community yesterday using language. There's a Hindi student locally that I have connected with on the bus more than once. She too is developing Malayalam skills. We are comfortable to use English and Hindi as we speak. About Malayalam, I know a bit more Malayalam than she does, but last night I got to send her a message using only Hindi and Malayalam, saying the Hindi, then translating to Malayalam without using English, and concluded the message with just Hindi for my own practice. She replied in English and told me that I was speaking clearly and was very encouraging to me and thankful for my help with the Malayalam language. So that was a really exciting development for me. I don't know if that friend will see this video, but in case she does, Beasitanyava doston, mujhe aasha hai, aap kushal hai. I was in a supermarket and I met a Mandarin mother and her son. I would guess her son was 5 years old. And once I knew that she was comfortable using that time for Mandarin practice, I spoke directly to the child. I said to him, 你会说普通话吗？我在学习，你能听懂我说话吗？ And he replied to me in Mandarin, 我可以，你的普通话很好。我对来说 So it's to him, 谢谢你的帮助，我需要练习。你会说英语吗？ He replied in Mandarin, 一点。So I got to reply to him, 没关系，我真的很喜欢说普通话，我需要练习，谢谢你的帮助。And he looked so happy to speak to me using Mandarin. And then I saw the look on the mother's face. 我必须诚实 I have to be honest. I'm familiar with the look. It's common for me to speak Mandarin to Mandarin people, and their reaction leaves me confused whether if they can understand my speaking or if they're just so shocked that they can understand my speaking. And 现在我知道说普通话的人理解我。Now I know Mandarin people are understanding me, so it's more the shock of speaking it. 这是一种语言，我知道这是很难，我能做到。So I always enjoy speaking to the children in their native tongues here in Canada. And I had another experience I would like to share later on the bus that actually inspired me to send a message to the Hindi student in just Hindi and Malayalam, because it was really fun for me. Belse, I was connecting with a Hindi student on the bus. He was able to communicate in English, but was still developing a listening skill. I am extremely well qualified to teach English to people learning English as their second language. So I was very comfortable with slowing down my speaking with him. I know it helped him a lot, and I would not have known that his listening skill was weak with how well he spoke English when he replied to me. But we were again comfortable to use Hindi in basics so I could understand. But one great thing that came from that connection was I found out that he had quite a few Filipino friends here locally. And when he knew that I was able to speak Filipino, he actually got excited and got a scribbler out of his book bag, and he wanted me to teach him Kumusta, Kumusta ka, Mabuti ako, Salamat, Ingat. Perse, in Hindi, namaste, aapke se hai, main acha hu, dhanyavad, alvida. So I taught him those phrases loosely. He wrote them down. I spoke them with him. He did pretty good speaking them back to me, and he told me on parting that he was looking forward to using some Filipino and surprising some of his friends. Salamat sa Diyos sa sandaling ito. Perse, in Hindi, isperkeli pagvanga shukre. Now, just before I go, I would like to have a discussion about accents on second languages. There are some people I speak to that are very proud to speak whatever language it is that they speak as a mother tongue. That is good. Some people rather speak their second language. And again, it is just a language, and we want to be understood when we speak. So as long as you are speaking to people that know your mother tongue, you can use it and remain connected. And when you are out, you can just use the language you know you will be understood in. Your mother tongue is always with you. And so the more different two languages are in their characteristics, the more evident an accent is likely to be. I think some people can get very picky about how you speak their language, but very respectfully and directly, most people that I speak to completely understand my accents that I have when speaking different languages. The speakers still understand what I'm saying, and that is ultimately the goal. I want to respect the languages, so if I am having tone issues, I want to correct them, so I continue to practice the languages that I get to use practically. But, for example, Mandarin to English, it is very difficult to not have an accent due to language differences. But as long as the message is received and understood and communication can flow, that really is the most important thing. You will also notice that with Hindi to English, "Tike, main samajh jata hun," it's just a language, and again, the mother tongue is generally going to be with you in your speaking. However, Español y Inglés, it's a lot easier to speak English and Spanish without an accent. And that goes back to language qualities as well, because English and Spanish have a lot in common. English to Spanish is a similar move as, say, Hindi to Punjabi or Cantonese to Mandarin. They're not the same, but if you know one, it can make it easier to learn the other one. The speakers cross languages more smoothly. Thank you all for your time and energy to absorb these messages and help me honor my intent of proper language development of our world at this time. We do have 4 significant connecting languages. English does have the most speakers, and again, English will always be more of a second connecting language with what humanity has done with it. The same can be said about Spanish. Hindi and Mandarin are the other 2 in the top 4 spoken languages, also connecting languages for their people, but we don't have a lot of people in wide geographies learning it. So I encourage people to develop language skills of whatever language entices them. Again, you don't need full fluency to respect a speaker in any language. It's generally nice to hear your mother tongue from someone you know does not share your mother tongue. I speak a lot about other languages to English and English to other languages due to the area I am at. But the same rules apply if it's, say, Vietnamese into a Mandarin area or Hindi into a Malayalam area. Generally, with bilingualism, we understand we have our mother tongue and our one connecting language. Our connecting language respects our locals, and our mother tongue respects ourselves. So it's important that you maintain both as an individual and not lose sight of who you are, respecting others. May vyastun mujhe jana chahe bizia ko kaya lang kung nung umalis在此用普通话我很忙我必须去 en español estoy ocupado tengo que ir. Eat good, remain optimistic, be thankful for your life, and create a great day for yourself. 对所有人的和平与爱，表示Bhagavan Gashukarahe. Mahal ko kayong lahat. I love you all. Ingat.